Hi, Bob Burns for last speech and speech class. This is going to be more of an informative speech. I am here with family and friends from my church. There are kids in the background, so if you hear noise, I apologize. If they come running in, I apologize. But today I wanted to speak about the study that Pastor and I are co-teaching at Sunday school in our church, 5 Lies That Ruin Relationships by Chip Ingram. The study has been fantastic for our church and the people that have been in the class. It's broken down into 5 different lies, and each lie has 2 different sessions. Lie number 1 is sensual pleasure will satisfy my inner longings for happiness. This was a session where everybody found it quite applicable because we all have that sensual desire to do different things. Broken down into 2 different sessions: why we fight those we love, and diffusing conflict, restoring relationships. The second lie was, if other people would shape up, my life would work out. This is us putting responsibility on other people, making it not our fault. We play the blame game, it's their fault, it's so and so's fault. So we go on ahead and take a look and shift the blame back to us. Broken down into 2 different sessions: why we wound others with words, and how to stop playing God. That was the hard part about that session, how to not be God. Next lie was upwardly mobile work opportunities are automatically the will of God. This, some people found very applicable, other people did not find it so applicable. But we tended to find in each one of our lives somewhere where it applied to us. Some of us had job experiences where they did have opportunities to move and they didn't take it, or that they did take it and it worked out for them. But it's finding what the will of God is for you and how it affects your family with that. And it's broken down into 2 sessions: how our jobs can destroy our relationships, and how to pursue God-given dreams. That's something that I don't think a lot of studies cover, is how to pursue what God wants you to do and how to pursue it properly. Where the limits are, where the boundaries are. Just because there's an open door doesn't mean you should go through it. Just because the door is closed doesn't mean you should knock and see if it's locked. Lie number 4, my significance and value are measured by the quality and quantity of the things I possess. This one for me was the hardest one because it spoke about significance, being significant, being important. For me, it's not more or less with possessions, but it was more or less finding importance in other people's lives. You know, do I mean something to other people? So we also kind of shifted, not just from money, we looked at our time. We looked at how we use our time, because a lot of the people in the room felt that time was worth more than money. So where are we spending our time? That's broken down into 2 sessions again: why better things don't always make things better, and using wealth wisely. We definitely tore apart time in that session, as well as wealth. We looked at Acts chapter 4, the end of that, and how we moved, how the church was going with their finances at the time, and led up to Ananias and Sapphira being killed. Lie number 5 we have not gotten to yet because weather has suspended our Sunday school class for 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. Why the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. And I think that this kind of encompasses all the other lies. We're always looking for something better. We're always looking for something we want more of. That, well, I wish I had their talents, or I wish I had this person's money, or I wish I had this, or this person didn't do that, it would make my life better. So the grass is always greener. And that's a lie that Satan gets us to believe oftentimes. Broken down into 2 different sessions: why a change in scenery rarely improves the view, and how patience and perseverance transforms relationships. That first session of why a change in scenery rarely improves the view, we made a move to Arizona thinking that that would improve our view, and it didn't at all. We ended up falling on our face and coming back, and God worked good out of it, but it does not. When we tend to think that, oh, it's going to be better there, I'm going to change my circumstances because I think it's going to be better there, without going to God first. That's how Satan gets us. He started that with Adam and Eve. I mean, Satan tempted them and said, you could be like God. If you eat this fruit, the grass will be greener on the other side of the fence because you will be like God. So it goes back to those initial lies that Satan has perfected in our lives. This, fantastic, if you're looking for a small group study, a Sunday school study, please use it. Chip Ingram is very well known. Many church leaders accept him as a teacher and a scholar, and he is definitely worthwhile. He makes it applicable to your life. So I challenge you to go on ahead, read it, use it. You can look it up on Right Now Media. Our church uses Right Now Media for different studies. It has thousands of different studies on it. You can watch the videos, print out the studies with it. Great source. But go on ahead and look this up. If you have any questions, you can send them on the LBC Moodle website. Thank you.